Hey, what's up, guys? So, how's everybody doing? Get to do some live here. All right, check this out. I want you to look around wherever you're at right now. I want you to look, if you're in your car, just look at your car. You got your smartphone, check out your smartphone. If you're in your room, look at the bed, look at the technology, just look at stuff around you. All right? Then ask yourself this question. Where did all these things come from? Like, where did my car come from? Where did my smartphone come from? My bed even. The clothes on my back, man. The shoes I'm wearing. The stuff that make my life comfortable. Where did all of this stuff come from? Ask yourself that question, right? You know what the answer is? All that stuff came from someone just like you. It came from their imagination in their head. You know what I always say, right? I say mind is reality. There is no reality, only the mind. So, and ask yourself this next question. Is there a place that I can go? Is there a school, a class, something that I can learn about myself? You got hundreds of thousands of universities, colleges, classes, all this stuff. You know what they teach you? They don't teach you about yourself. I'll tell you that much. They teach you about other people. They teach you about other stuff. They teach you to think a certain way. So, again, if anybody can answer this, is there a place I can go to learn about myself? Most likely the answer will always be no. There is no college. There is no class. There is no place you're going to learn and someone's going to teach you about yourself. And you know what the biggest disappointment about that is? Is that yourself is what you need to learn. You need to know who you are. Truly who you are. What I'm saying to everyone that's watching this live right now is you are not who you think you are. You are not the name, the title they gave you from birth. That ain't you, my friend. That's nowhere even close. And I wonder why, for many years I used to wonder why in school I never learned myself. Why did I learn about who I truly am when I'm alone or in silence? Why did I have to learn this stuff away? Could it be that the very people that created the foundation, the education system, my family, the way the matrix worked, could those very persons or individuals, or whatever you want to call them, could they also be blinded and unaware of their self? You see, knowing yourself is understanding your mind. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to give you a crash course on how to understand your mind, man. Because most people don't understand their mind. Hey, how you doing? Someone seen 1, 2, 3s. Know thyself. All right. So observe how your mind works. Observe this beautiful but yet critical machine we have. This mind can put us in the most beautiful inspirational. It can bring us wealth. It can bring us abundance. But this very mind can also tear you down, can make you depressed, can make you self-sabotage yourself, can eat you up. A particular part of your mind does that. Your ego conscious mind. So let me show you one. Many of us, we all get that voice in our head, right? The little voice. I call it the critic. It's always critiquing us, what we're good at, what we can't do, what we're, right? We all get that voice, right? Many of us, many of you know how to overcome the mind. Sorry. Just had a sandwich, so I do this live when I get inspired. So, all right. So, many of us know how to overcome that voice, right? So we know like the talking in the head, but here's the one trick that your mind plays on you, and I can guarantee 99, if I get 100 people right now, 99 of these people will fail this test miserably, and their mind will eat them up. And let me show you what it is. And probably you don't even know it, and it's probably doing it to you every day. Here is what the mind does to you. Let's put an example, and let's show you a scenario. So let's say you're someone that you're starting a business, or you want to create something. You want to be somewhere, right? You want to do something, right? And let's say you have this vision and this dream in your head or whatever. You write it, you script every day. Whatever you do, you 3-6-9 method, 5-5-5 cup, 3-cup method, with all that stuff. You're doing all that stuff, right? You're visualizing, you're doing your goals, and you have this dream in your mind, right? You know what your mind says to you? And many of you are going to fail this right now. Your mind will exactly say to you, it looks at you and say like this: hey, we've been doing all this stuff for like 6-7 months. You've been doing this stuff for like 1 year. And you're nowhere close to where you're supposed to go. By this time, we should be doing this. By this time, you should be doing that. But, by this time, you should be making this amount of money. For all the stuff you're doing, you should be making this amount of money, but you're still stuck at this. Well, look at such and such. They're making this type of money. They're doing all this stuff. Why are you still stuck? Gotcha. That's the biggest trap. 99 out of 100 you are going to fail this. Because the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go like this. Damn. That's true. But it's not true. But I'm going to show you how powerful this stuff is. I'm going to check it out. I'm going to teach you now how to master your mind. Teach you how your ego is so slick on you. So your mind will tell you, man, you've been doing this for 7 months, bro. You've been doing this for... You should be at this level right now. Look at such and such. He did it, da. And what happens to you? First thing you're going to do, you're going to feel sorry for yourself. You're going to feel depressed. You're going to think about it. Now it's going to bother you. And guess what's going to happen? You're going to lose your focus, and you're going to actually believe what the mind is. So let me clear the air for you first and show you everything. Listen, this is the truth you need to know. Where you're at right now is where you're supposed to be. Let me repeat that. Wherever you're at right now is where you're supposed to be. It's not where your mind tells you you should be. You're right where you're supposed to be. But Mark, why does the mind do that to me then, man? Why does it bother me so much? Why do I get so emotionally fazed by it? Why do I take this thing so personal? That's right. You listen, you better go write this down, man. You either put it on your phone, put it on your fridge, but let me repeat that again. Where you're at right now is where you're supposed to be at this point in wherever you're doing. You're not supposed to be where your mind is telling you you should be. You're not supposed to be making that amount of money that your mind telling you you're supposed to be right now. If your mind says, well, you've been doing this for 5 months, we should be making X and X a month. No, my friend, no. You're being played like a piano. Oh, it's a violin, my bad. Piano's this, violin's that. And let me explain to you why. So how do I know this stuff? Well, because I have a mind just like you, and it did the same thing to me. So here's what's going on. See, the thing with the mind is this. First of all, the reason your mind does that is because we live in a world of self-comparison. It's really hard to go out every day and not see some kind of subliminal subconscious programming about comparing yourself to other people. It's everywhere you go, man. It's at your job, it's at your school, it's on the social media. Everywhere is about comparisons. They put out, it's a competitive comparison matrix. So when you were a kid and you were growing up, that was blasted into you. Remember when you go to school, you have to compete with the other kids and you do all this stuff. It looked innocent at first, right? It's like, oh, I'm competing, I'm the best, I'm the da. That's what's called an ego. Then that ego developed into what's called the super ego. The super ego now is that part that thinks it's entitled, like I'm better. It's like a higher level. You develop that. A lot of people develop that who are athletes or like very popular in school, and as they got out of school, their life changed and they don't have it anymore, but they still have that super ego. They feel entitled. So that's the ego, and you got the super ego, right? Now the thing is this, is that when the mind builds comparison, right, your ego now takes on a new form, right? So that new form now, you identify with it. So let's go back to the scenario. So when your mind says you should be doing this, or you should be at this way or this part of your journey, you automatically going to take it personal, because that's what you were susceptible as you were growing up. You were conditioned to be in a comparison, competitive world. This is why you take it personal, because you believe the hype. Okay, the next reason the reason do it to you, it tries to get you to tell you that, like it tells you like wherever you're at right now, it says that's not where you're supposed to be. That's what it's basically. So I'm telling you, wherever you're at is really right where you're supposed to be. So why the mind does that? Because your mind lives on borrowed time. Okay? Your conscious mind lives on borrowed time. Your higher self lives on infinite time. Time is irrelevant when it comes to your higher self in the subconscious world. Okay? We're going to talk about that. But the conscious mind, or the ego, lives on borrowed time. In other words, your ego has a concept and a belief that it is going to die. Time is going to run out. So this is why your ego will try to hurry up and tell you this is where you need to be. You'll say, man, it's been 6 months, man, it's been 1 year. We need to be over here. You're still here. Right? That's why it does that. So is it all true? No, it's not true. See? So man, how do you know it's not true? Well, I prove it to you that's not true. And 100, I'm gonna put 100 of you. I'm gonna put 100 of you together again, and 99 of you are gonna fail this as well. I'm gonna show you how it's not true. So if it was true, first of all, what do? First of all, many of you will listen to your mind, right? And you try to fix something, and guess what happens? For example, okay, your mind says, man, we should be doing this. We should be. So he's like, oh man, he's right. Or she's right. You start to hustle. You try to do something. What happens? You mess yourself up more and more. Instead of going forward, you like dig a deeper hole. You self-sabotage yourself even more. 99 out of 100 of you are going to do that because you buy into the hype. If it was true, listen to me now. If that was true, and your mind says you should be over here, and you started doing that, then you should be able to easily get to where your mind's telling you you need to be. The fact is, you don't do it because it's incompatible with how mind, matter, and the universe work. See how it works? Someone says mastering your internal world changes the external world. That's correct. I'll even get deeper on that. The external world is the internal world reflected outwards. All right? So, how many of you passed that test, failed that test? Now look, you fail that test, it's okay because that's what you were taught. Now you learn something new. Your conscious mind will consistently do this to you because the biggest thing, it sees an end in sight. And then what it does, It wants to compare. It's a comparison. And here's the truth about comparison and competition. If you're smart and you know the game, you will understand that you only compete against yourself. Where I'm at today, wherever I'm at in this point of my life, is where I'm supposed to be. Point blank. When I can accept that, something changes. You know what changes? Me. My vibration changes. Because what happens now, I enter what's called the flow state. In this state, I have the ability to receive information that was otherwise hidden or blocked by my resistance in trying to compare, to compete, to listen to my mind and try to force something. When I can do that, miracles open up for me. It seems like good stuff just start flowing and happening for me. But the thing is, we all were tricked by everything about how our mind works and how we operate. Point blank. So the thing you gotta understand is, guys, if you're someone and you're trying to be somewhere where you're not right now, then you are not going to be in harmony to manifest or create. Because you're putting, the thing about this is there is no tomorrow, there is no yesterday, there is only right now. A matter of fact, everything you're doing, when you're thinking about tomorrow, your thoughts of tomorrow are happening right now. Your thoughts of yesterday are happening right now. So everything is happening right now. So your mind will trick you to show you that there's this tomorrow thing that doesn't exist, is right now. Now, if I wonder how many people can really get this, because I have to repeat this again, because this is so profound. Your thoughts of tomorrow, you're doing them right now. Your thoughts of yesterday, they're happening right now. Every single thing you do is now. There is always now, 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 now. When you're thinking of tomorrow, you're perceiving something in the mind, in a mental construct, but you're doing it now. People think there's an actual tomorrow because they have this image in their head. People also think there's an actual yesterday. But I mean, I said this before, the biggest thing for human beings or people to grasp is the concept of time and how the mind and the universe works around that structure. You see, and I said this before, you have clock time. Clock time is different than present time. Clock time is something that was conditioned into you. Created your circadian rhythm. You created your job, your school. I go to work. That's called clock time. It's a clock. They put it up. Tick, 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 tick. In different parts of the world, right now in this world, there is a country that their time is 7 years behind your time. If you go to this country, you'll be 7 years behind. They don't sell. It's not 2021 or 2022. It's actually 2014 in that country. Did you know that? Ethiopia. Go to Ethiopia and you'll see. So the way time is perceived is actually a game. Everything is a game. Yeah, Ethiopia. Everything is a game. So, someone may ask me, say, well, Mark, what about like the feeling of time? Because I feel time passing by. Like I feel when it's 5 o'clock or I feel when it's 6 o'clock. What you're actually feeling is a perception of electrical impulses that are showing you something in the moment. So you're not actually perceiving any time. It's a perception of a feeling that it feels like this. But I repeat it again. When you're doing it, when are you doing it? Now. Okay? So, the ego, the conscious mind, works with that form. And that is that's what keeps you and all of us from reaching your goal, because your conscious mind has limited time. And look, the way your mind works is, right, it sees things from beginning, middle to end. So that's why your mind will hurry up and try to get you to do stuff and tell you that you should be here or there, because it observes birth, middle, and death. So it knows that somewhere along the line I'm going to go. Somewhere along the line time is passing. But again, it's an illusion. There's no time passing. You cannot pass time. Time is infinite. Right now, in this very moment where you're talking, right now, did you know in this moment, if you can lock into this moment, there are actually infinite parallel realities or infinite versions of yourself. You could call it the future self, of yourself, and every possibility or every outcome you'd like to experience. It can only happen. It's actually happening in this moment. It's actually an event in space-time. Every decision you made, the decision you didn't make, what you didn't think about, the way you thought it was going to be, it branched off and created a new universe or a new multiverse in your consciousness. This is hard for people to grasp as well, because we're all conditioned a certain way. You know, our minds, we've been like programmed or reconditioned to what's called the Newtonian physics. Newtonian physics is like physics of physical world, right? But now we know what quantum physics is, and we know that quantum physics is really the secret to tell us how all this stuff works. Quantum physics really shows us like what's out there and what's happening, right? And that's what's really happening, guys. Like in this very moment right now, if you can lock in, you can actually tap in to versions of yourself, and your ego can't do anything about it. Mark, you don't answer questions today. Why? I answer questions. Give me a question. This is Cuban 200. Go ahead, type your question and let's go. I'm looking for questions here. Someone says I need to be reprogrammed. All right. Whether eat meals are back. Okay. So the thing is, you got to learn what your mind is saying to you and what's actually happening. That's something you gotta master that. You gotta understand when your mind is projecting and when something is actually occurring. Someone says, where did you learn all of your knowledge from? I get downloads from superconscious, the universe. Every knowledge and information is out there, and I get the downloads from them. When you can tap into, I only can do that when I've discovered myself. See, I had to leave the old self that they gave me. Like they gave me my name as Mark. You know me as Mark Haughton. You know me as this and that. I go by that just for people to recognize me, but I know who I truly am. That's not me. That's just a title they gave me. Same thing with your name. So once I knew that, okay, there's two versions of me at the same time, I branched off and got into my higher self, my true version, which I'm able to download knowledge and information and all that stuff. Anybody can do it. You just have to learn to take off the matrix identity they put on you and get into your true self. How do I reprogram my mind to work? Okay, to reprogram your mind. So I'm gonna give everybody a tip right here. If you want to reprogram your mind or change what you call your subconscious beliefs, here's what everyone should do, and this will help you so tremendously. Spend 1 week observing the voice in your head. Spend 1 week without judgment. Spend 1 week listening to what the voice tells you. Write them down. Write down what you notice the most about your mind. Don't get upset. Don't judge anything. After that 1 week, look at your paper and look what you wrote down, and you're going to be shocked at how your mind was beating you up. You're going to be shocked at all the negative stuff your mind said about you, man. You're going to be shocked. I'm going to get to your questions in a minute, guys. Just got to make this point here. You're going to be shocked at all the negative things your mind said about you. And then when you look at the paper, you're going to be shocked, but you're probably not going to be upset. You're probably going to be like, damn. But let me show you something. You know when you're going to get upset? You will get upset. Imagine if someone other than your mind said those things to you. Then you would be upset. So write down the stuff all your mind said to you. Now imagine putting it to someone and someone saying to you, then you're going to be upset, right? Because that person represents someone else, not you. That's how your mind have conditioned you into the hurt or into the pain of it all. Your mind has conditioned you to accept these negative beliefs about yourself. That, okay, it's going to be fine. It's going to be okay. Da 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 da. All right. Question is, can I manifest winning money? Yes. All right. So yeah, how do you connect with your higher self? This is what I'm showing you right now. You got to do this to get to your higher self. So once you learn and you spend 1 week and you figured out all the stuff your mind says to you, right? Now what you're going to do from that moment on now is you're going to become aware of it. So now for the next week, you're going to now listen to the voice again because it might come back up. Now you're going to take an action to stop it. So how do I stop it? Someone asked, I'm answering the question when someone asked me, how do I reprogram my mind? This is the step to do it. So I spend 1 week observing my mind, the mind chatter. I see what my mind is saying to me. I pick up all this negative stuff that I didn't know before. Now I got all this negative stuff in my mind. Now what I'm going to do now, I'm going to spend 1 week. Now I'm going to change it. So what do I do now within this 1 week coming up now? So now this 1 week now, all I do now is I'm going to rebuttal my mind. I'm going to show you how to rebuttal your mind. So for every one of those negative thoughts that my mind say to me, I am going to correct it with a positive thoughts. For example, mine will say, man, you're not good. You can't get that. That's out of your brain. It's not going to work. That's going to be too hard. Okay, see, I'm observing now. I'm aware. So I'm going to take action. So what do I say? I tell my mind this. You have to speak this out aloud now. It can't work with you. You cannot change your mind with the own voice in your head. It's not going to work. It's like dirty water. You want clean water, but you're recycling and drinking dirty water. You got to get clean water. It's not going to work. So I talk out aloud to my mind, to myself. So my mind, I say to myself, hey, relax. It is going to work out. It is easy because I say it is easy. Things always... See, I constantly rebuttal my mind. Once I do that continuously, something marvelous happens. My mind will start to shut up. It'll start to like slow down. I'm listening for those chatter. Wait a minute. Those chatters aren't there as much. Why are those chatters not there anymore? Because I am convincing and changing the chemistry of my mind. When I do that, it's easy now to get to my higher self because I don't have the chatter, the interruption, or the block, or the resistance. So now someone asks me, how do I get to my higher self? Once I do that, I now can talk to my higher self. I can go and ask questions. I can say, hey, show me this. Hey, reveal this to me. Now it will be my higher self instead of my ego masking as my higher self. Sorry, I don't have moderators. Someone says, whether you eat meals or feed on cosmic energy. Can you clarify that question, please? Let's see. I'm looking for your question here, my friend Cuban 20. I don't see your question here. I've got so much questions going on. Yes, someone says, let go culture. So if you want to connect to your higher self, you got to take that step and you got to meditate. Meditation gets you into that part of the realm. Okay, I see your question here. Seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 the same day depends on the frequency. Is it a good thing? Please answer. Anytime you're seeing synchronicities is always a great thing. That means that you're in tune or in flux with the universe. So if you see synchronicities, it's a great sign. It says that, okay, you're paying attention and you're on the way. Someone asked, do you eat anything? Yeah. I don't eat frequently. I only eat twice daily. I intermittent fast practically every day because I only eat 2 meals per day. Probably have something in the morning and something in the afternoon, and that's it for the rest of the day. So you guys gotta see the process of the mind, right? How it works. Thank you. You look very healthy. Meat? Do I eat meat? Yeah, I eat meat, but I don't eat. I eat fish. A lot of fish, chicken, stuff like that. Uh, you can do that. So you guys, you're understanding that is your matter, right? Matter is mine. Look, the thing all of you want to understand is this: you live about 99% in your head. That's something people don't grasp or understand as well. When I say to someone, I said, listen, it's really all in your head. You literally spend 99% of your life in your head, and they don't understand what do I mean by that. So what do I mean by that is your thoughts, your both conscious and unconscious thoughts are generating and having an effect on your actions and habits in your life. So your life is a product of your head, in your head. Your life right now is a byproduct of what you've been feeding and the mind chatter. Now look, here's a problem now. Here's a problem with this. The problem is this, that most of us can hear the mind chatter, the ego one. That's not the problem. The problem is the ones you can't hear, the unconscious ones. Those are the ones that change your life. Those are the ones that control your actions and habits. You don't hear those. You don't hear unconscious thoughts and emotions. You see, unconscious thoughts, well, rather, unconscious thoughts, they don't mask as thoughts. They come as emotions. So people fail to monitor their emotions and their feelings. We tend to listen more to the chatter in our head, which is important. You have to listen to the mind chatter. But the one that's going, the what do they call it? The X factor, or the one that's going to get you, is the one you can't see. That's the unconscious stuff. Have you ever wondered if you ever have to eat anything ever? I wondered it. I mean, where there was a interesting report of a guy in India, and this guy reportedly didn't eat anything for years. I think he just fed on sunlight, lived in the jungle, and they brought him into a hospital, and they monitored him for 90 days. And this guy didn't even drink. He drank maybe barely a cup of water. Every day they opened his blind, he got sunlight. So I mean, I believe there are certain things that the body can adapt to, but I also believe the body's going to need some sort of sustenance, some sort of physical food stuff. I believe that you can go long periods of time without eating very small amounts, but anything's possible. I always have an open mind. So you see how that works, guys? Why do random memories from the past pop in my head without even thinking about it? Someone asked that. Again, that's a product of the unconscious mind. See, the thing about the unconscious thoughts is they'll never come as a thought. They'll come as an emotion. And what's really running your life is your emotions, not your thoughts. Thoughts generate an emotion. So many of us, we don't, because look, first of all, you have, right now, as I'm doing this live here, all of us, we have so much emotions coming on right now that some of them we can't pick them up. You have to be really tuned in to pick it up. But right now, there's hundreds of thousands of different emotions going on right now. Those are the stuff that's running your life. It's not that what the thoughts help our product, but the unconscious is what we need to fix to get to the next level. See how it works? So, man, how do I get to these unconscious thoughts, Mark? How do I get to change the unconscious? How do I get to fix this stuff here, man? Well, there's only what? There's only a couple ways you can do this. You can do auto hypnosis. You can do hypnotherapy. You can do self hypnosis. Auto hypnosis is the easiest thing for anyone. Anyone can do auto hypnosis. It's very easy. Auto hypnosis is where you're sleeping and you're using subliminals with earphones. For about 90 days, they will change your subconscious language or your subconscious program. That's the only way to fully get rid of unconscious stuff. How do I ask for the winning numbers for the lottery? That's very easy. If you go to your higher self, you say, hey, give me the 6 winning, whatever, in the game you want to win. Say, reveal to me the 6 winning numbers in a dream. That's it. You can say, reveal to me the 6 winning Powerball lottery jackpot numbers in my dream. Or reveal to me the 6 winning Powerball lottery jackpots. And then be open and aware, and you'll get the numbers. But look, so many people got this. There's so many people that they get these winning numbers in the lottery. You know what they do? They play them for like a month or two and then they give up. Why do they give up? Again, because of their ego, the mind thing. You see, the mind tells them, man, it's 2 months. It's not going to come out. And they listen to the mind and they fail. And then like the next month or another year, the number comes out and they're like, damn. Because I'm showing you that the time stuff is an illusion stuff. You got to understand this. Look, when you get into the higher self and all this stuff, guys, you really got to know how to eliminate clock time. Clock time don't exist in the game. Your higher self don't play clock time. The universe don't play clock time. Manifesting doesn't play clock time. Okay, that's something you gotta understand. If you're someone you're gonna manifest stuff, you gotta get time out of the equation. Things don't manifest in time. Things manifest in alignment. It means when all the energies are lined up and things are perfect, or you call it divine timing, that's when stuff happens. It's not going to happen when you want it to happen in your clock time head. It's going to happen when your vibration and everything comes aligned with the universe and the frequencies. That's when stuff happens. So the lottery is just a perfect example of this. Look, when I get these numbers in the lottery, like these numbers I see, the play 4 numbers and all these numbers, I'm very patient. Sometimes it'll take me 4, 5, 7. It even took me a year for one of these numbers to come out. See, I still stuck with it. And when the numbers come out, because they always do, I'm patient. When they come out, I win a whole bunch of money. Because I understand that there is only the now time and I don't obey clock time. So if someone wants to win the lottery, you're going to have to master eliminating clock time. Because if you can't master eliminating clock time, you're going to give up every time. And I see so all the time. There's so many people that email me and they send me pictures and they show me like, look, Mark, this is the number I seen in my dream. I didn't play it. Mark, look, this number I got in my dream. I said, how long did you play for? I played it for like 3 months. I said, why you stop playing it? Because it wasn't coming out. Huh? Why'd you stop playing it? Because it wasn't coming out. I said, how do you know it wasn't going to come out? I mean, it's been 3 months. You see how people think? Missed like a life-changing amount of money. Missed 20 million, 100 million. You don't want that to be you. I mean, the lottery is just an example. There's other aspects, but this goes for everything, man. But the lottery is a big one. So if you're someone, maybe you want to win the lottery, manifest the lottery, you have to understand that you can't play the clock game because it's going to eat you up. You got to set it, forget it, put it on the back burner. Manifesting the lottery is very easy. I said this before. It's a real easy game. All you have to do, decide what you want, what lottery you're going to play. Okay, I want to win this. Okay, get a ballpark figure how much I want to win and manifest. Okay, why do I want to win this money for? Okay, have that drive. So now okay, I want to win the lottery. I manifest the lottery because of this. All right, so you got that. Next thing you do, all right, let me check my finances, my budget. Okay, can I buy one ticket every week? Okay, fine. Can you stick to that? Okay, can I buy 2, 3 tickets? Whatever you can do. Okay, I got my budget. Okay, next thing you're gonna do, I'm gonna play consistently until I win. That's it. Then you're gonna visualize what you visualize your win in the end. You visualize, maybe you visualize yourself with whatever goal you want. Maybe at the office, seeing the ticket machine says top prize. I said this story. When I won the first jackpot I got, when I was visualizing it, it played out exactly the way I visualized it in my head. It was so trippy. That's when I got the awakening, and that's when I got the aha moment, and I realized, oh snap, my mind is really creating matter, because the exact way that I won was the exact way I visualized it in my head, man. It was so trippy. I still remember to this day. I was thinking like 5 years ago when I won the Fantasy 5. And it's just it's mind-boggling, because it was so trippy. I mean, I've probably told this story a lot of times, but I keep telling it because it is so revolutionary. Because it proves that your mind can create anything, and your mind is matter. I tell you, I visualized calling the guy, telling the guy I'm going to buy the car cash. The guy's laughing. The guy tells his dad. He says, bring me the money. I go down to the dealership. I give him the money and I buy the car cash. I shook his dad's hand. His dad laughs. He was surprised. He said, man, I couldn't believe you won. And then I visualized going to the Publix. I check the ticket. It says top prize, claim at lottery. And that's exactly how it went down to the T. The only thing that was different about that was I couldn't get the cash from the bank, because I was going to take out $34,000, but the bank says I have to order the money, so they gave me a cashier's check. I didn't know that. Interestingly, the bank says the bank doesn't give you money up front. You got to order it. I don't know why. It's like, yeah, you want $34,000? Got to get it in 4 days. It's like, what? It's the bank got that money. He's like, no, we don't keep that cash on hand like that. We got to order it. I can give you a cashier's check. But I gave him a cashier's check. But that was the only thing that was different about it. Everything else played out just as is. Everything else played out the same. See that? What do you say about ignoring the 3D and focusing on the goal? No, you don't ignore the 3D, because if you ignore the 3D, you're going to create resistance. That's a bad way of saying it. People say ignore your 3D. I don't like that. Let's see. Here's what you say. You accept the 3D, but you're reaching for your end goal. Because guys, everything is to our unconscious mind. You don't want to ignore stuff. When you ignore stuff, it doesn't go away, man. It stays and it boils up, it festers up. You want to either accept, allow, or be at peace with stuff. So if it comes to your reality, the 3D reality, be at peace with it while looking to your new reality. That's how it's going to work. Because look, if you do it that way, boom. Someone says, just 5 million is too much to use. Well, it depends on how much you want to manifest. There's people that manifest, want 100 million. They want to manifest whatever you feel you can believe. Whatever you believe you can achieve, that's what you should go for. Not just with lottery, but with anything in general. So when it comes to your reality, guys, you don't ignore your reality. You want to accept your reality, but you want to look towards like that, what you call future reality. But it's really not future. It's just a word so we can make sense. But it's that new shift in your reality, and then you focus on your goal, and then that reality you have in your mind will replace your current reality. Oh, I can constantly. Okay. Someone says their target is 5 million, so that I can buy 2 properties. Yeah, some people get dreams of the numbers to win the lottery. I mean, you gotta remember, just because you don't get a dream of the numbers don't mean you can't win. I mean, winning is manifest. You can manifest it. I mean, look, when I won, I never had a dream about the lottery. Never. It's only after I won that first jackpot, and I started doing the collapsing those numbers, like getting my own numbers. I started getting dreams of winning more lotteries. But you technically don't have to get it. I mean, if you get a dream, great. It's fine. I mean, but I'll say this: dreams are very powerful. So if you get dreams, dreams are like talking to you from another dimension. Dreams, to me, the dreams that you get, the meaningful dreams, they are like prophecies. They are premonitions, especially with the lottery, man, with numbers or money stuff. So if you get a dream and you see like 6 numbers in the dream, lottery numbers, you better write them down. You better play them because those numbers are going to come out. I guarantee you they're going to come out. It's not a matter of if they'll come out, it's a matter of when they'll come out. The question is, can you be patient to experience it? A lot of people can't pull it off. A lot of people, remember I told you, some person waited 3 months to play. They played a number for 3 months, and they said they thought 3 months was too much, and their ego told them, and the number came out like a month later. They lost out on $78 million. That was the jackpot in their state. That all 6 numbers. They showed me the paper. They had the numbers written down, and they showed me the screenshot of the numbers drawn. They had it. They said, Mark, look. They wrote it down. You can see the date he had it. So that's something for you guys to know. That's if you wanted the lotteries, or if the lottery is this thing, whatever. So that's how it works. How do I go to my higher self, Mark? You go to your higher self first. Go into a meditation. Meditate for a little bit, so you can get your body, and you can be just cool. You're not hype or in like anxious. After you feel like cool and calm, then you can just chill. You can either close your eyes, you can open your eyes, and you can look into the universe, and you can just ask a question. You can say, hey, show me how to do this. Hey, can you reveal the 6 winning numbers for me? Hey, can you show me how to make more money in my business? Hey, provide me the tools, the resources, the people that will help me to achieve my goal. That's how you talk to your higher self, just like that. The important thing is, though, when you're going to communicate to your higher self, this is something I learned, you only say it once. You don't over ask the same thing. In other words, you don't go to your higher self today and say, hey, bring me the right people that's going to help me grow my business. And then tomorrow you go back again and say, hey, I'm just reminding you, bring me the right people. It's not going to work. You're not going to get results that way. Because you don't have any faith. You're telling the universe, or you're telling your subconscious really, that I don't believe it. So when it comes to the higher self, it's like, set it and forget it. It's one thing. So once I give a command to my higher self, that's it. I never go back and ask the same thing. I can go back tomorrow and ask for something new, but I never go back and remind it, because you don't need to remind something that's infinite. You don't need to remind something that knows your whole timeline, you don't need to remind something that's you, that's planning all of this stuff already. You don't need to remind that stuff. I play the birth date of me, my 2 sons, and 7 grandkids. We're all in those 6 numbers. Those are good. That's the thing with the lottery. A lot of people play like their birthdays and dates, which is good. If you feel a conviction to play it, that's maybe coming from your higher self. But keep in mind, though, a lot of people play birthdays, right? So that means, let's say a lot of people play birthdays and as a big jackpot. That means a lot of people are going to split the jackpot because they have birthdays. Birthdays are one of the most common numbers played in the lottery. Just a fact to let you know. When I play the lottery or numbers, I don't usually play birthday numbers, because I know that if I play the birthday numbers, if I win, then most likely I'm going to be splitting jackpot with a lot of people. So I look for divine numbers. Now, if the birthday numbers are divine and I feel it, I'll play it. But I just don't play it because it is. Some numbers have meaning and represent for you, you shouldn't play it. But I just usually look to the universe, or I just do it the easy way. I just do a quick pick and let the universe pick the number for me, the winning number. Unless I get a dream. The only time I play numbers is in dreams, or when I'm collapsing these numbers now. That's the only time I play like my own numbers. Otherwise, it's quick picks. How often do you play? Now I still play. I play pretty often now because it's it's for fun. Um, so I play daily. I have numbers I've gotten in dreams, and I have still playing those. And so those are the jackpots. The jackpots play like four times a week. So I'll play like 4 or 5 times a week. The thing with the lottery though, you gotta be consistent. It's like a work. It's like a job, man. So you don't need to repeat what you want or desire. No, you never repeat what you want to your higher self. You say it one time and forget about it and move on to the next stuff. Anything you want, you're going to have to put some work, like dedication into it. The lottery is just like that. You know, the lottery is you're creating something. So you got to, it's like a business, like building something. You got to, this budget. You got to, play the lottery with money that you can, what you call it, you can't afford to lose. So what does that mean? Play with the money. You know that, okay, if I lose this, I'm not going to be in need or desperate. Don't play the lottery when you're in a need or desperation. Don't play the lottery when you have like resistance and you need money, because you're gonna attract more need. Play the lottery for fun, man. Right now, when I play the lottery, I approach it as a fun. Before I used to play to look for like the top winning prizes. I don't do that anymore. I stopped doing that. I just play now and I play and see. I play and just say, okay, universe, give me what you want to give me. And I started doing that. I started winning more top prizes than I did because I used to play for like the top prize. Now I forget about it. I just play to have fun. I'm like, hey, I'm not chasing the top prize. I'm just see what the universe, 500, 200, 1,000, 10,000, 20,000, 100,000. See, the universe started just giving me all these stuff because I wasn't in a need. I was showing the universe that I'm already abundant. I'm already abundant. So the universe says, oh, this guy's already abundant because this guy's not chasing the top prize. He's abundant already. So let me give him more abundance. And some of that abundance could come in the top prize. So that's something I learned that I do now that I didn't before. See, as you go on, you're still going to learn new stuff. So I share that with you guys. So that's my new formula. I just play to have fun because it's fun. It's fun. You buy your little scratch off here. You scratch them. After a while you get like a little pile of your scratch cards. Who knows? One of those scratch cards you scratch and can change your life. It's fun. The universe can do that stuff for you. So that's how I approach it now. I don't approach it like I gotta find a winning ticket. I'm just saying, hey man, I get $5, $10 back. Yeah, I treat every win like I'm going to Tallahassee to the lottery office. I treat every win like that. Like yes. And it's been working. So that's for you lottery heads, people out there who may want to win the lottery. And I'll back it up. So I have a podcast channel. It's called Quantum Chosen One Podcast. And I had a guest on there. She won the lottery. She used some of my subliminals, like the ones I put on YouTube, and she followed my content and everything. She kind of put into practice what I was teaching about winning the lottery. And you can go, I forgot the episode. I call her Karen Van Winner. I think her name is Karen Van Winkler. But her name is Karen Van, I call her Karen Van Winner. She won the Powerball recently. I think it's in Wisconsin. She won $1 million in the Powerball. And she did exactly what I'm putting forward to you guys. And I had her on a podcast, and I was asking her. I said, so when you went and got the ticket, like, what was going through your head to win the Powerball? She got 1 million because she had 5 numbers. If she had 6 numbers, she would have had like whatever the top prize. But you know what she told me? And I'm telling you the same thing that I'm practicing, and that's what I'm teaching people to do with everything in life. She said, you know what? Mark, to me, I was playing the lottery as if I was already abundant. Because her goal was she wanted to create like a crystal store. She had a crystal store and she wanted to spread it in Wisconsin. And she was doing good in that. So just getting her store was already winning the lottery. That's what she wanted to win the lottery for. And she was like, I just acted as if I already won the lottery. She said, I was just abundant. I was just playing for fun. I think she only played like once a week. Her husband, and the day they bought one quick pick ticket, they went to the gas station. When she told me the story, they went to the gas station, and her husband and her would always play. And she just told her husband, say, hey, don't forget to get the Powerball ticket. He got the ticket. And then on the news, there were like one person in Wisconsin, the town, got 5 numbers. And she's like, oh, let's check our ticket. And check the ticket. She won $1 million using law of attraction, mind stuff. She used subliminals. Like, it's also good to use like lottery subliminals. I have a lot of those on my channel. Those are free for everybody to use. So she used some of those subliminals because it gets into your subconscious to put you in the right place at the right time. But yeah, she won the lottery just the way I'm showing you guys how it works. To her, it was fun. It was just like, I'm already abundant. Her goal was to get her store. Now she got the money. Now she putting up like 2 stores, crystal stores. Do you have any daily affirmations? Oh, I have tons of affirmations. Go to my YouTube channel. You go to Mark Haughton, then you go to Deliberate Creators. You could go to Quantum Chosen One podcast. Tons of affirmations, subliminals, my website, all type of stuff you can use to make money, to manifest stuff. But go to my Facebook group. There's tons of stuff on there. Just do a search. Yeah, the key is to have fun. All right, here's the key to master the game. Win the lottery. If you want a business to grow, all that stuff, here's the key. To me, everything is a game. Let me repeat that. Life is a game. I approach and I see life like a video game, like a game. I don't take anything serious anymore. I don't even take myself serious anymore. I have to limit my ego. When you do that, that's when the funness comes in. That's when you release a lot of stress and resistance. You don't have a lot of pressure to perform, to do this, to do that. It's all like a game. And if you get that mentality, you open up, you unlock different, like games have, you can unlock different levels. You unlock different levels. So now everything comes easier to you because you aren't creating resistance. We create resistance because we take ourselves too serious. We take our job too serious. We take everything personal. What that person said about you or me, you take it personal. Nothing is personal, man. Someone says there's a book called The Game of Life and How to Play It. Okay. Never read that book. But my experience is, reality is really a game. We make up the rules in it. Remember now, we create the rules in this 3D world. Your government makes the laws. Your government makes those rules. All these things, you make rules. Your school make rules. Your house, your mom, you make rules. So if you look at it, it's really a game. Money is, we made money up. We made paper. Before we used to trade stuff. We give value to certain stuff. This is value. Now we got crypto. We got Bitcoin. We give that value. It's all a big game, guys. So if you can approach something and see that nothing is truly personal, everything is like a game, and you don't have to be so hard on yourself and just have fun and enjoy the process, you're going to get more results that way. And the reason you're going to get more results that way is because you don't set up any resistance. And your vibration now is in a constant steady flux, because everything you get is a product of what you vibrate. So if you're in a fun state, your vibration tends to be very high. When you have a high vibration, you tend to attract like good stuff, like money, opportunities, lottery, winning the lottery, whatever you want. When we get like take things personal, or we try to control or push, or our vibration will tend to stagnate a little bit down, and then we're going to attract things on a lower level there, like a lot of stuff we don't want. So someone says, yeah, you got to relax. You got to relax and then let it flow, It's not that deep. It's not that serious. Everything isn't that serious. It's not that deep. The fact is, even death, man. People scared of death and all. Death is just another process. Your body will decay, but your true self, your consciousness, you can't die. You go somewhere else, man. You go back into the universe. You may reincarnate. But the fact is, science is showing us now that the consciousness of who you are goes right back into the source, the universe. So that's why you shouldn't take things serious. While you're here, live and enjoy your life. Don't exist. You gotta live. You gotta have fun. You gotta be in the moment, man. You gotta just go with the flow. Let things flow. That's how you're gonna build your intuition. That's how you get. That's how you develop your gifts and abilities. What's your best subliminal for lottery win? What's that one there? Oh, I don't, man. There's so many, but manifest, manifest the lottery using your subconscious mind. If you just go to my YouTube channel, there's one there. I think it's almost 500, half a million views already. That's a real good one. You'll search it there. Will this be on YouTube as well? Yeah, I usually save these and put them on YouTube. I have to what? I have to buy a beautiful dress for picture with lottery winning check. Yeah, stuff like that you can do. No, I'll give you another powerful tip. You know, winning the lotteries, that's a good tip there. If you're gonna want to win or manifest the lottery, you have to show your mind that you've already done it. What do I mean by that? I'll give an example. So when I manifest my first lottery jackpot, right, to buy my car, the goal was the car. So what did I do a year before I won, before I even knew I was winning, a year before the win, I went out and I bought steering wheel cover for a car I didn't have yet, and I bought the mat for a car I didn't have. I didn't know how I was going to get the car, but I knew that car was going to be mine. I started manifesting a lottery. So I showed my mind that I already won. So doing stuff like that is going to help your mind to buy into you winning. So when someone says you can buy a dress, or I always recommend pick out an outfit or clothes, get a bag, pack a bag, because if you know your lottery office is like an hour away, you know you're going to travel, get a bag, pack your stuff in there, put it in your closet, shut the closet, don't ever wear that clothes again, and that's going to tell your subconscious mind that you're going to win, and then one day you're going to open up that bag, man, and you're going to wear that same outfit if you visualize it. I mean, I did it with the car. I bought a steering wheel cover and a mat a year before I even got the M3. I did it all. It was there. It was done. My subconscious mind was prophesied like, okay, this guy already won. So I believe that's very powerful. Someone says, see here, I bought a phone case for a phone I didn't have once. Yeah, because you see, guys, your unconscious mind, it's very it's not as smart like your regular mind is. It's illogical. Your unconscious mind looks for like symbols, and it believes anything. It's like very gullible. So when you're doing something that you haven't received in the 3D yet, to your subconscious mind, it's like, oh, we've got this already. So I think your unconscious mind now will play catch up and try to prove that you have that by making you experience that stuff. So that's a very good secret if you want to manifest stuff. If you want to manifest a house, go buy like the sign that says my home. Buy a mat that you're going to put in that new home and put it in your apartment. If you live in an apartment, you want to have a bigger house. You want a bigger house. You say, you know what, when I first buy my house, I'm going to put this mat in my big house that says welcome. Go buy the mat right now. Put it in your apartment. I guarantee you, very soon you're going to be in that house. You're going to take that same mat. Boom, boom, boom. You want to buy a phone? Get a phone case. You want to buy a car? Go buy accessories for the car. Okay, this is what I'm going to put in my car. I'm going to buy a steering wheel cover. I'm going to buy these mats. I'm going to buy this air conditioner. These, what do you call it? These things you make your car smell good. You put them away. You visualize, whatever you do, you script it. And one day, you're going to take the very stuff you held and put it in your car. I also won 200 ones from the numbers you had in a dream the same day you posted 44 minutes later. Oh yeah, I remember that in those numbers. What was 1938 or something? Yep. When I get numbers, I share them, so I put them on the Facebook, on my YouTube for people to play. Yep. So if you want to do stuff, you got to prepare your mind to win already for anything in life. If you want to start your business or an office, go buy a desk. Put the desk in your room. Or you don't have a computer, put the desk. Just like, this is going to be my office. This is going to be when I start my thing. Your mind's going to work to get you. Yeah, 1908, I remember that number. Yep. Yeah, 1938 and 1908. Yeah, I seen those numbers clear as a day, man. Those numbers. You know, there's some other numbers I seen clear as day. What was it? I have them here in my screenshot. I don't know if I could. I'll post them on the group. But those, I seen some other numbers. Was 1768. Yeah, 1768. Seen that number like 3 nights ago. Clear. So if anybody's watching this, place 1768 just like that, straight. $5,000 right there if you play it straight. You put as much as you want on it. Yep, 1768. That number was pow, smacked me. I'm playing that number, by the way. I have your book. I just started reading it. Excellent. Yeah, I do have a book. It's Manifest Winning the Lottery Use Quantum Physics. So I wrote a book about it, on how to win the lottery and how just anything else with using law of attraction, your mind, and all that stuff. Yep, on pick 4. You can get the I got the hardcover. I mean, and they got the, what is it, audio version and the ebook. Unfortunately, though, it's not available. You can get the ebook and you can get the audio all over the world, but the hardcover book is only available in the U.S. and England. So it's Amazon thing. I don't know why. 1768, man. That's the number I seen. Just like that. Just like that. 17. I'm trying to think. There's another one I saw. Yep. 8. There's another number that's going to come out. It's a Play 5 number, though. I don't know if they have those in your state, but in Florida, they got the Play 5 number. It's 80. Yeah, this number is going to come out just like this. It's going to come 80998 for the Play 5 number. 80998 in Play 5. Watch that number right there, man. That's it right there. Yep. 80998. That's going to be $1 million number, because with that number 80998, if it comes out straight, that's 50 grand for each time it comes out straight. If you played 50 cents, that's 25 grand for each time it comes out, just in that order. In Florida, I don't know about other states. Maybe you have Play 5, but it's going to come out just that way. It's going to come 80998. Imagine putting $20 down and that number right there. 50,000 times 20. So, see? Imagine putting 50 bucks, $100. See how you can go? But just don't go playing don't spend all your money like that, guys. Just be aware, budget yourself. But I know that number is going to come out. So don't go spend $100, $50 a day all day. Don't do that. Especially in Florida, because those numbers come out twice daily. But just be aware of it. Just pick a day you feel like, hey, no, right? Someone says don't fall into the gambler's fallacy. Use your intuition, but that number is going to come. 80998. Someone says I dreamt of 8877. Wow, that number came out actually a few months ago. You know, actually, I had a dream, one of those numbers in the Play 4 numbers. I thought you said, it's 3877. I thought you said 887. One of the first numbers that I went big on was 8989. I see that number came to me in a dream. That was 2 years ago. That was one of my biggest Play 4 wins. I seen that number in a dream clear as day. I played it for a month, and it came out 1 month from the day I seen it. Someone says I won on that 777. I had a dream of it. Yeah, 77 came out the other day. So you guys are seeing the correlation between dreams and these numbers and how people can dream stuff and it comes in. Why is that? It goes back to my concept of time. Everything is happening in this moment. The past, present, and future all entangled. So when you have a dream and you see these numbers and they come out the next day, you're not seeing the future. You're just seeing a different part in the present. So that's why I told you everything is entangled, right? Because how can someone see numbers and they come out next week or whatever? That's because they're all happening in the same coordinate. They're all just in the same space and time jumbled up. That's why you can have a dream about a number and it comes out. And they say, man, you see the future. Technically, you didn't see the future. You just saw another part in the present. See, the present moment works with like different, the present is this vast, infinite thing of all these different timelines, right? So within the present, you have locations in the present, but they're still in the present. See how that works? So when you see a number or you have a dream of something, it's just a different coordinate, but it's in the present. But we see, we make up the word future. Oh, that's in the future. I seen it in the future. So it just shows you, and here's the biggest implication it shows you. Every single thing that you can think of is happening right this moment. All possibilities, every single thing is happening in this very moment. How do you know when to play those numbers? Get a budget, or you can go with the feeling, or if you get them, you can ask your higher self. You can say, hey, what day, what time should I play these numbers? He'll tell you, he'll give you a sign. He'll say, play them for the evening. I play them this day the most. Play them that day. Play them midday, whatever. This is where you got to go with your intuition now. For me, predominantly, I play those numbers. The numbers I play them consistently, but I play them the most on Sundays, because on Sundays are considered my, I guess you could say, lucky Sundays. Sundays are the days I won more in the lottery. More. I mean, the day I won the Fantasy 5, I bought the winning ticket on a Sunday. Most of the numbers, they all come out on Sundays. The numbers I see. So I always play on Sundays for me. So you got to get something like that. So my day for these numbers are like Sundays. Or Sundays seem to be my, what you call, if you want to call it, lucky day. But your intuition can definitely tell you like when you'll get an urge. You'll say, play this day, play that day, right? So just listen to your intuition. Be cautious. Budget yourself. You don't need to go just splurge out like that. You have to really listen and just ask, and he'll tell you. An easy pick for the fantasy. Who's new to the what? An easy pick for the fantasy 5? Yep. But again, people think like me. Look, by me winning the lottery, like over again, like over and over a lot of times, it's showing this new dimension of how the mind and reality works. I think people are waking up to see like, whoa, there's something going on here, man, that I have some control over this universe. Because how can someone consistently like see numbers in a dream, play them, they're winning like over, not like once or twice or 3 or 4, like 15, 20, 50, 60 times over a period of time? You have to start thinking to yourself, man, there's something going on here. The noise in the background is the geese and the animals. I'm in a nature park, so you hear the geese, the birds. So it just shows you the power of your mind, that you can use your mind to do anything. You can go win a lottery. You can go start your business. You can go manifest the house. Anything you can do with the power of your mind. You just have to learn to tap into that stuff. And all that stuff has to come through the higher self. Some of this information may be new for some people to understand or grasp. But, I mean, many of you here, you guys, the comments I'm getting, many of you are familiar with this stuff. Yeah, I've heard of Abraham Hicks. Yep. Very good teacher. I think she channels Abraham, right? She channels this higher spirit being. She's Esther Hicks, but she channels Abraham. 1010 I see daily means 1010 means new beginning. New beginning, 1010. The point is, you gotta understand that your mind creates this stuff. That's what I want to show you. I talk about lottery and all that stuff, but the big picture, I talk about that stuff. I just want to show you that anything is possible if you can tune your mind into how reality works. That's basically the whole message here, is to understand that you have the power already in you to create whatever you want in your life. You don't have to look outside yourself. You just got to find yourself, like get your ego under control, focus in the present, learn to connect with the higher self, all that stuff. Boom. Can you manifest pregnancy? Of course. You can manifest anything. You can manifest anything. I once had a client. She wanted to manifest a child. She was in her mid 40s, and she went to the doctor. Doctor told him she couldn't do it, and she manifested, and she got pregnant at 47 years old. And they told her that whatever ovaries, or it was not good, or if she has a child, it's a high likelihood that the child would have mental delinquent issues. And she didn't believe that. She visualized, and she manifested a healthy child at 47 years old. And the child she manifested, the kid is so smart. I think the kid is now like 5 or 6 years old. But the kid is like a genius level mindset. So she manifested at 47 years old. So everything is in your mind, guys. It's the placebo effect. The mind, yeah, it's the placebo. Even right now, there's no scientist or no geneticist. No one can tell you how the placebo effect works, why it works. They just know that the mind believes something, it replicates it, and it manifests it. They know it works. They don't know how the inner work. They're still trying to study how this stuff works. So you can manifest pregnancy at any age. I mean, there's a woman in India. She was like 90-something years old, and she manifested like 4 kids, man. 96. She was in her 90s. Yeah, I believe she was in her 90s. Sorry, she was in her 70s. She was 70, 77, or 78. And she had like healthy kids. Don't let anybody ever tell you what you can't or cannot do. That's the whole point. People will tell you, oh, you can't do that. Oh, the body doesn't work that way. Oh, you come on, the lottery. Oh, that's gambling. Oh, man, you can't win those numbers. Come on, blah, 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 oh, la, 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 all that. I heard it all before. I did it. See, your mind can do anything as long as you give it permission to do it. That's why I always say reality is personal. We live in a personal universe. You have your own unique universe, because you can manifest something within you, even if someone else outside you say you can't, because you have your own unique reality. That's why you see people can't affect you if you allow them to, right? But the first step is you got to get your mind on board. You got to convince yourself that it's possible first. You will not manifest anything unless you convince yourself that it's possible. Now look, the universe is helping you out here. The universe is not telling you, you got to 100% believe it. No, that comes later. The first step to manifest great stuff in your life is to just believe that it's possible. Anybody can do that. You know how to believe something is possible? It's very simple. There's 2 ways you can believe something's possible. Number 1, you can get a paper and you can write down what you want. You can say, one day I would love to have this. Or you can say, this is my dream, da-da-da. Boom! You've just convinced your mind it's possible. You know the next way to do this? By seeing an image in your head in the end. If you can see yourself doing something or having something, boom! You've just convinced your mind it's possible. Now, the universe starts to create for you, man. Then, if you do that consistently, now you're going to build the belief. The belief leads to the placebo effect. Then the belief leads to faith, and that's when you manifest stuff easy. So the first step to manifest anything in your life, guys, you don't have to like, oh, I got 100% believe it now. You can't do that. You just have to believe it's possible. That's so easy, man. Anybody can do that. But where people mess up, because there's so much teachings and so much stuff about the mind and the law of attraction, it's really big now because people are understanding spirituality. So there's a lot of misinformation out there. So people believe, oh man, I can't manifest because I have to 100% believe it. No, you don't. You just have to believe it's possible. Once you believe it's possible, then the belief will build itself organically. So you never have to jump right into like, man. But you cannot, repeat that, you cannot manifest something if you don't see yourself a part of it or like experiencing it. Can't work like that. What about timelines? Because I need examples. What about timelines? You got to be giving me a little specific here. What about timelines? I need example. Money now. I mean, money's always here right now in this moment. Money's flowing through you right now. You have billions of transaction in digital currency flowing through you right now. Money's more digital than physical dollars right now. Everybody has money flowing through them right now. Wi-Fi signals, bank transactions going right through your inner body, into your cells, into your body, flying from you into Munich to Germany, France, Australia. Someone just deposited $2 million. It went through you right now. The Bank of America just put in 3 billion, 5 billion, all this stuff. It's transactions, all Wi-Fi going right through your cells right now. Right now, you're a billionaire, you're a trillionaire, all going through your body right now. So what about money? Money is right now in this present moment. You have to understand that things work in an energy flow, a vibrational flow. And you understand that, then you can get that stuff. So all you have to do is channel that energy into your belief system, and then you'll experience money. It's very simple. You have to know the concept, understand concept of how stuff work. And that's why I talk about quantum physics and shows how, how matter vibrates certain levels, what energy is, what's the electromagnetic spectrum, Mark? What is the 0 point energy field? What is a vibration? What is a frequency? What is a cell made of? What is a particle? What is an atom? What is an electron? What is a proton? How do these things interact? What is magnetism, right? All of this stuff. Once you got you just have to have a basic understanding of the body, the biology, the chemistry. How does the mind interact? What kind of patterns? What's the different states of being? Alpha, theta, delta. What type of waves the mind oscillates? Because I'll make it simple and easy for you guys. All you need to know is this: is that you live in a vibrational universe, or multiverse rather. So you don't live in a physical world. If you can get that concept and understand that, you're on your way to manifest money, all this. Now you can see things in their raw data as information. Now information is what we call the fifth state of matter. Okay, so matter, you have different states of matter, right? You got liquid, solid, gas, right? Got all those stuff, right? Then you got the electromagnetic spectrum, lights like photons. Now you have information. Information now is what makes up everything in the universe. Even your cells, your DNA is all information. When they look at your DNA, what they look at? Information. They're coding information. Cells, when the cells communicate to fight disease or anything, when you got the lymphocytes, those are the cells, that's your white blood cells that fight off infection. How does the bacteria, how do they know where the bacteria is? Because they communicate with information. They communicate with chemical information. They send information. It says, oh, this is where the bacteria is. The cells go there and they eat them up, right? So everything is information. So you and I, we are made of information as well. We're constantly communicating to the universe through our vibration. That's the information. Universe takes that information, now it brings it into a frequency that's already encoded within the structure of the universe. Money is the same thing. Money is information. Money's passing through you right now. So if you want to have more money in your life, you got to understand, wait a minute. I have money. I am money, because right now there's billions of transactions going through my body. Now your unconscious mind hears that. It's going to buy into that because it's illogical. It actually believes it. But it is true, though. Technically, Wi-Fi signals, electric transfers are going through you and I right now. But your senses can't detect them because their senses are the way they vibrate. Our senses just aren't able to pick them up or smell them. But they are going through you right now. If you have instruments, we could put these instruments on. You can see the waves and patterns. So if you can understand that, and then okay, I got it. So okay, I don't have to be desperate or need for money because it's going through me right now. Now you're gonna open a channel. Now what's the next step you do? You decide what money you want, what you want the money for, how much money you want, what would it look like to have this money. You can do that with scripting or visualizing, and you stick with that and you be optimistic. Voila. Money will come to you in some way. Now, the way the money could come to you is someone could give it to you. You could have an idea. You could have an aha moment. Whatever. It's just so that the way it comes to you now is in another realm because it comes to you in infinite ways. I'm just showing you a small picture of how it works. That's the easiest way I could describe it for you guys to understand without going in like all this technical jargon. So, I hope it makes sense to a lot of you guys. Okay? What do you think the world would look like if women ruled the world? I don't know. Honestly, I never thought about that. Um, I don't know that. Hmm. What? I can't wait to fully grasp the universe and live with my full potential. They say after you visualize or script, act like it's already there and forget about it. Is this true? Yes, that is true. What about when people are what? Depressed or in lack mind state, but they still win? That's in this now. Okay, that's a great question. So how can you explain that one? Well, let's go back into the timeline of how things work. Remember what I said? I said every possible outcome exists. So that includes the possibility of what you call luck, probability, or chance. It exists. So some people luck up, but very few, tiny. So would you like to risk your life to chance or luck, or would you like to create it your own self? For me, it's easier to create it my own self than hoping and wishing. But yeah, there are people that are depressed that will still win, but that's what you call by the numbers, by the probability or possibility of how the things work. Okay? Is what I mean is I'm referring to what do you do while waiting for the money? Um, the thing is, man, you don't wait for the money. You expect the money, but what you do is you occupy yourself by being present and focusing on something else to keep your mind from distracted. That's what you do. Waiting is not the right term. Expecting it builds more confidence and to get your mind to believe in that you're going to get it. Mark, I win very big in casinos with the principles you're teaching, Mark. Excellent. Yeah, it works the same way for casinos, the same way for everything. People message me all the time. They win thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars doing the same uh, process or this method with the casinos. It works the same way with the casinos. Same thing. It's all of energy and communication. Casino machines, they're gonna communicate to you. They're gonna tell you when they're gonna hit. You just gotta pick up the information they're sending. Every machine in the casino is programmed to hit at a certain time. Did you know that, right? The machines in the casinos, they are pre-programmed to hit at certain times. So the person who can read the vibration and the energy signals of these machines are the ones that are going to be successful. Machines can talk to you. You just got to put your hands on them and you'll feel which machine is getting ready to hit. Mark, what do you say? Manifesting what? $900 in a dream? Be a little more specific, huh? You what now? You dream winning. I let the machine talk to me. Yep. The machine will talk to you and tell you. The machine will always give off. If you're tuned into your intuition and you're a casino player, if you go to the casino, all you do is just like take your hands gently and every machine just touch them. Every machine you walk by, just gently touch them, and you're gonna feel something. One of the machines is gonna feel different. You'll know it. You just know it. The one that you just know, that's the one you should play, and that's the one that's gonna hit big. Every single thing must give off information. They must tell you what they're gonna do. It's just a part of the universe. It has to tell you that. It's just how it works. That's just how it works, guys. See, so a lot of stuff you got to really unlearn. How do you listen to your intuition to open it up? That's a great question. Developing your intuition is one key to developing your intuition is to get your ego like really down. Then it comes natural. Intuition is knowing you know, but not knowing how you know. That's what intuition is. It's like knowing you know, but knowing you. How did I know that? So intuition is more like inspired action. It's like a reactive, it's like an instinctual thing. You just know it, but there's no way you can logically know you know it, but you just know it. So that's what you gotta kind of meditate on with intuition. And intuition comes from really being present. So if you ever want to strengthen your intuition, keep your mind in the present. Like stop going in the past and the future a lot. If you keep your mind present, you're going to build more intuition. Can you just be open to receive any amount from the lotto and not attached? Of course. That's the secret. You can ask manifesting questions, yes. Today's topic is not just the lottery, it's about anything. Any manifesting questions. What about manifesting a specific person? A specific person is the same thing, you know. You can write down type of person, what, you know, qualities of the person, or you can visualize that person, and you can see that person treating you the way you want to see, and then just be open and release the resistance by being open, and then you can manifest that specific person. I don't know how to explain, but I have a deep feeling 100% that I will hit big lottery amount. That's intuition right there. So that means it will happen for you. I'm currently in no contact with special person. How do I manifest contact? Again, manifesting anything, guys, people, person, money, you have to see in the end that thing interacting with you. Manifest a specific person. Can you see that person texting you? Can you see them calling you? Can you see? If you can see it, you're gonna believe it's gonna happen. I mean, that's the real secret in all of this. You got to be able to see the event in your mind in the end, and it will play out in the 3D world. The specific, when it comes to people manifesting is all about what you can see or write now. That's the secret to all of it, guys. What about manifesting 900 but in a dream you dream winning 10? How is that? I don't understand that question. Please be, what does that mean? What do you manifest? Let's say 900. If you have a dream and you see $900 in the dream, somewhere along the line you're going to get $900. Mark, I want to buy your book. Will it soon be available in Europe? Yeah, I'm working on that right now. Should all affirmations be in question format? Yeah, I believe all affirmations. It shouldn't be affirmations anymore. It should be ask-formations. They're way more powerful than affirmations. When you put affirmations in a question format, you initiate your unconscious mind to answer those affirmations as experiences for you, though. So that's why they're more powerful. Everything comes through the unconscious mind. When you wrote your manifesting, yeah. Can I visualize contact? But what I think until I get contact. Oh yeah, that's okay. You can visualize contact, but in the meantime, you have to let it go. You have to distract your mind and put it on something else. Before I have manifestation from my heart, now I learn to do it from my gut. That's great. That's a big secret there. Your gut is the secret. All right. So, hopefully I got some good nuggets for you guys. And I'll catch you guys again. I'll do another live. Thank you guys. I'll definitely get this, save it, and probably get it on the YouTube channel. All right, thanks.